Welcome to First Issues. Meet 30-year-old Gofaone Moshabi, the owner of Budget Wheels Rentals, a car hire service in Gaborone. His business has been in operation since 2023. Started with only 2 vehicles to now a running fleet of 5 cars. Gofaone graduated from Itekanelo College in 2016, where he studied emergency medical care to become a paramedic. That was the case for 6 years as he worked for a local emergency medical services company until his contract came to an end in 2023. With no new job prospects lined up, what do? Gofaone decided that with his exit package, he would start a business. It was then that Budget Wheels Rentals was born. The vehicles are not only for hire within the country, but are reliable enough for cross-border travel into other territories as Namibia and South Africa. Like any business, trust is of paramount importance, but more so for this particular endeavor, where vehicle theft is not uncommon. So how does he trust that his fleet is safe? Gofaone answers that question and then some on this episode of First Issues.
I'm Gofaone Moshabi, running a car rental called Budget Wheels Rentals. So in this business, basically what we do is we lend you a car under contract basis. It could be a long-term contract or a short-term contract. And in this contract, it stipulates the parameters in which you use this car and how the customer will be using this vehicle. So I started the business in 2023, around April. That was after the contract where I was working was not renewed. So then I managed to accumulate with the package that came through, and managed to accumulate a little bit of money. And then after that, I bought 2 cars, started with 2 cars in Gaborone. They were running locally and running across border. So with those 2 cars, fast forward, they gave me 3 more cars. Now I have 5 cars on fleet. The models we use are Master Demios because they are easy to maintain, and people love it because they're fuel efficient.
Your business really, like we're talking today, is based on risk or risk aversion, right? So how do you trust that the people you have lent out your car to will return your vehicles, in spite of the contract, of course?
Well, we have installed tracking devices in all of our cars. So this tracking device, I can locate where the car is. I can actually see what's happening. Like sometimes they give us these mobile alerts whenever there's vibrations, like people are using them off-road and stuff. So if at all I can't communicate with you, I can locate the car using my mobile phone. So it uses a tracking device called Telecomatics, which gives us all the information that's happening in the dashboard and where the car is actually located across the globe, not only locally but across the globe. So even if they are going across border, we can see where they are, and then we have communicated with companies that do recovery as well.
Besides your business being based solely or predominantly on trust, what other hurdles have you had to, get over in the time that you've been in operation?
The hurdles we face in this business are basically people not using these vehicles in a very positive manner. Some take these cars to terrible terrains, like I have a customer who went to Kawa June Challenge with a Master Demio. And then you can think about these smaller cars going through that kind of rough road. So those are one of the hurdles we face. But the beautiful thing is some customers do take responsibility. We get customers who misuse these vehicles and then they don't cooperate. Imagine. It's an asset that's worth about 50,000 pula, and then a customer misuses it at a very low rate, and then they don't fix it. So we have to do follow up, go to court, and that is time. And we end up taking measures on our own hands and repairing these vehicles, and our maintenance bill is very, very high. And then we also have a problem. We used to have a problem where insurance companies they didn't want to insure these cars, saying they are high risk. So looking deep, giving them reasons and trying to give them an eye that kind of, it doesn't happen all the time. People don't misuse vehicles all the time. There are people out there who are very well represented. They use the vehicles well. I mean, I can go 6 months, a year without having an incident. So we get to show them these documents that, hey, it is a business that's worthy of insuring.
Do you have any achievements you'd like to speak to regarding your business?
I started in 2023. Started with only 2 cars, and now within a space of a year, having 5 cars, it's a beautiful thing. When I started this business, it was just to get into doing something since I wasn't working at all. So let me do something, and then now I'm here. 5 cars later, it's a beautiful achievement. I mean, I remember back then when I was working in Gasani, a friend of mine would rented a car, and when they did, there were so many people. When she did, the owner of the company kept on calling my friend, how far and when are you bringing the car? Can you please return the car? So while I was exposed to this kind of environment, I noticed, hey, I can do this better. So I was like, if I have his resources, I will do it better. I will not bother my customers. I will just lend them the car and pretend and forget that I don't have one, so that they enjoy the experience of using these cars. So fast forward, when I managed to get my 2 cars, that's what I did. I lent my cars and I never bothered my customers.
For the future, where do you see your business heading?
In future, Budget Rules is going to give these big guys a run of their money. So we're going to branch into Botswana, branch into other countries as well. Man, you're going to see us in New York in billboards where every light will be shining. And in Botswana, representing this country, where the company is being held by a young man like me to motivate the youth to also get into this kind of business and to also believe in themselves.